TitleMatchNetwork.com.
When did you first see the signs on the wall when Vince McMahon started taking everybody? And did you think that was going to be the death of the territories?
No, I thought there would always be territories. I didn't see how they could operate without it until the magic of TV and taping programs and send them here and send them here. But I should have seen it because we taped our shows and sent them out everywhere, and even in Dothan. We sent shows everywhere. It was magic. So then the guy with the best product came out on top. And WCW ran out of money. I thought there would always be competition. And Vince himself, I heard him say that, maybe he shouldn't have bought WCW. Let it run a while longer. Competition is good for everybody.
Yeah,
why do you think you got 3 outfits now? They can work against each other. Competition is good for everybody.
Yeah.
I'll say this about Vince McMahon. He's done more for this business than any promoter. A lot of people got upset with him for this or that, but he has put this business in the public eye more than any promoter I've ever known.
That's the truth.
I think just saying that because my sons are working for him, I admire what he's done, and nobody's ever done that in my 44 years. It's never been in the public eye as much as it, and it's available. He's made it available now to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just look at what Hulk Hogan did for him. He took Hulk Hogan and made him a superstar, not in just our country, of the world, right? Mm-hmm. One of the most recognizable figures in the world today, and that was Vince McMahon Jr. That was his idea. Mm-hmm. And so he filled his dad's shoes very well. I'm sure he's proud.
Going back with the Vince taking over, what was the first signs you saw that Vince was doing that, taking over the business pretty much? What was
They called our office and said, we're going to run the world.
Really?
It's that simple.
Who called the office and said Vince McMahon?
No, I'll tell you exactly who said it because I was working in the office. Terry
Garvin?
Terry Garvin, yeah. He said, well, get ready, boys. We're going to run the world. Well, we started the war. They finished it. So it happened. But we knew then we were going to do something good. So the competition lasted a while, and I loved it. I enjoyed the competition. Mm-hmm. Of course, all the promoters would say, and all the bosses said, we're not in competition with those guys. Well, what the hell? I mean, you were in competition. You wanted to draw more people than the other guy.
Is there anything you were seeing that they were doing going, well, I wish I thought of that?
Oh, sure, every time. And we did a lot of things, too, that they back and forth. We fed off of each other. He just had the better product. Mm-hmm. He had the better product by far.
Yeah, he had the formula. That's what he had, the formula.
Once that TV started going in Atlanta, I guess early 80s, how big was that and how much? I mean, TV was always used to draw the houses, but when that TV got going, how big did it really get?
Oh, it was tremendous. 40-something states, and we didn't realize till they got a map that showed how many people watched that TV station, and they were amazed. And Ted Turner said, well, I don't see why we can't send our wrestlers up there. Right. Like I say, Brad and I, we led the charge. We were there, and we were top guys, and so we went up there and worked it. We opened it up. And I used to see the guys from Vince Sr. On the trip. What's Pat's?
Patterson?
Pat Patterson. Mm-hmm. We'd see each other. The crews would see each other, and Pat said, come over here, Bob. How'd y'all do last night,
Oh, yeah, we ran into him several times.
It wasn't anything with the guys, it was the promoters. We were just wrestlers. We were doing what we were told. We weren't trying to make anybody mad, but obviously we did. The war started,
Right,
and it was a big thing then.
What was your job title during that time? Wrestler?
I was wrestler, assistant booker.
Assistant booker.
Yeah.
How did it ever come about? The one time I read in the magazines the night, I guess it was WWF title against NWA title. Was it Backlund versus Harley Race? Was it, or Harley Race and Ric Flair? It was a July 4th show in the Omni. How did that ever happen?
I remember that, but I don't remember the ending.
Which
I don't
one.
remember how.
You're right. It's one of those
I remember them doing that. It was a great idea. I don't remember the outcome.
I don't remember that.
I really don't.
Because Bruno came down and worked with us a lot in the Army. Mm-hmm. And when I worked that first show with the Spectrum, he actually invited me to come and work in New York.
Right.
When I finished.
So you worked the Garden?
Never worked.
No.
Never have. As far north as I got was the Spectrum in Philly. And that's about as far north as I got.
Wow.
Yeah, everybody, Steve, my brother Scott, my brother Brian have all worked the Garden. Me and Dad haven't. Mm-hmm. So So Vince. You know, I was with WCW when my little brother was with DX and WWF at the time, and that, you know, head to head, Eric Bischoff hated Vince McMahon, and I mean, literally hated him. And they would, you know, he would somehow had a stooge for Vince in Vince's office where he would get the finishes, and Bischoff would literally like broadcast the finish.
Yeah, like 2 minutes before.
Before
yeah, I
it
saw
was
that.
happening. You know, I mean, that's
just below the belt.
That is below the belt. You know what I mean? I don't know. I had a problem with that. But in WCW, all the guys would find a TV, you know, or a monitor somewhere.
Oh, they were watching.
To watch their show.
Right.
And Brian told me that WWF, they were all finding a monitor to watch our show.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, and then Brian and DX and all of them came down to
in Norfolk, was it?
No,
in Atlanta the one time. Yeah.
To the offices in a tank, you know, this is war on WCW.
Right.
You know, I love that.
Right.
I thought that was fantastic.
Right.
I mean, good. That's good head-to-head competition, man. And competition brings out the best in both of us. You know, I mean, both companies, you know, because people get more creative when there's competition. You know, when there's no competition, people tend to they rest on their laurels. You know, they tend to lay back and they don't push the envelope. But that competition made it great. I mean, that's later than what he was speaking of earlier. But you know, I've got the DVD of
the Monday Night War,
the Monday that Vince put out after he bought.
That's good
and you
stuff.
know what? My wife said, "Oh, you know, get rid of that." I said, "You know what, honey?
If you're not a wrestling fan, you can watch that.
Yeah,
you can watch that.
I want to keep that one. That's just a personal thing. I want to keep that.
Right.
You know, so just one of those things.
Going back, were you working in a company, I guess, or Gulf Coast when Hulk Hogan came around, when he was a rookie?
I wrestled him in Marietta, Georgia, and they said beat him, and I was so embarrassed. I said, I'm not going to do that. That guy's too big. I hooked his arm in an arm bar and just walked away, and Charlie Smith said, what are you doing, boy? I said, ain't nobody in this building going to believe I can hold this guy's arm. It's so huge,
Did you use him in Dothan?
Did they have Hogan, Andre, and Dolphin once, and they had it on some kind of videotape? I think they had Hogan versus...
I don't know if they had him, but I know when Harley Race wrestled him there, they sold the building out and the parking lot out just to wait to get in the building. They were selling tickets out of the trunk of the car. They sold the building out, the car parked and waiting for... And Roy Welch sold tickets out of his car to go to wedge into the building. It was magic. Hulk was magic.
Title Match Network, your source for everything pro wrestling, with exclusive live pay-per-views featuring top talent from around the world.
I like that one.
Details direct from the source with deep diving shoot interviews and podcasts.
I love it. I love being a part of Title Match Network.
Get extreme with exclusive death matches.
I'm through the door!
And of course, the best selection in women's wrestling available.
Oh!
What's gonna happen?
With thousands of clips featured on Title Match Network's YouTube channel with over 2.3 million subscribers. All at the tips of your fingers. Every style available 24/7 on demand. Visit TitleMatchNetwork.com to sign up today and start watching instantly.
Watch thousands of exclusive shoot interviews right now on TitleMatchNetwork.com.